All right, welcome back to the Boys of 161st Street, episode 162, the episode after the episode that everybody was talking about, 161. The Yankees suck, so we're going to have some fun. We asked you guys for some mailbag, rounding third questions, so we're going to get into that. You guys kind of all said the same thing. The season's over, which it very well might be, because this team can't fucking win a game if they literally could buy it with money. So today got Luke, Chandler, and Damon. Murph is pouring beers for people and making their day, as you're probably pouring yourself a beer watching the opening night of football, which is a lot more entertaining than watching the Yankees play baseball. So got a couple storylines going into this episode. We got rounding third, Cole injury, Taillon injury, and we're just going to dissect a little bit of what's going on with this team. It's going to be a little bit of a bite-sized episode because we can't really spend too much time talking about this team because they kind of suck, and I want to watch football as the rest of us do.
Honestly, they just don't deserve to be talked about right now.
Yeah.
Like,
what are you even going to talk about?
We're going to do our due diligence.
Don't deserve it.
We're going to address the state of the team right now.
Well, here's
putting out the episode, but
I want to say this to open the whole thing up right now. 8 days ago, our playoff percentage, our chances of making the playoffs was 92%. Right now, our playoff chances are at 67%. So in 8 days, we have dropped by almost 30% in our playoff odds.
And I know we've talked about this before, this season being a roller coaster, as Randall Grichuk just hits another home run and makes it a 2-0 ball game. I feel like the Reds announcer. I don't know when the next time I'll put this headset on. I don't know the next time I'll put this headset on. So
I am a man of faith. I had a deep drive, I guess.
So this team has just been a roller coaster of fucking baseball. We knew that. And I brought up this graphic before on a different episode. And it's just crazy that it continues to happen and continues to go up and down and up and down. So I'll go back to the beginning. So first 15 games go 5-10. We're going down the roller coaster. Bad start. Next 32, 23-9. It's a pretty decent run, if you ask me. And the next 18 after that, 5-13, going down again. After that, the next 9 we go 7-2. After that, we go the next 8, 1-7. And after that, the next 46 we go 35-11. Then recently, and that included the 13-game win streak, and then the last 10 or 11, I should say, 2-9. Because this graphic is a day old, and there's another loss tally onto that last 10 games. And we're losing again tonight against the team that is on our ass, no less, that if you asked fans of that team a couple weeks ago, they said they were out of it. Which, the state of Blue Jays, talking about Blue Jays, we have a Blue Jays podcast that we previewed the season with, and they were like writing checks, they were out, not feeling it. They're hot, we're not.
Dude,
that's the name
crazy?
of a segment on this show. It's crazy.
They were out of it. They were like 9 games out of a wild card spot. We've lost. So it's not even like the Red Sox are playing well either. That's what pisses me off. That we have so many chances to put this away. Like the Red Sox have played the Rays 2 out of 3 series. And they've lost, I don't know, like 6 out of 8 of them. We had a chance to put this away between the Orioles and even just fucking splitting with these idiots from fucking Toronto. And you can't even do that. You can't even do that.
It's from Toronto.
Yeah,
dude, just fucking play average baseball. Did you see the thing? I think Brett Gardner has the only extra base hit in 4 games right now.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
4 games.
And to top it all off, Garrett Cole gets fucking hurt, give us a heart attack. If he was actually like, I mean, he was holding his hand. People thought it was a blister. I don't know how it ended up being a hamstring, so thank the Lord it's a hamstring. Hamstrings aren't necessarily a great thing either. I'll let that be said, though. But you could still throw the ball. It's not catastrophic. But if he was hurt, you could have kissed the season goodbye. I was saying to Damon, I was pacing around the apartment, and it was just like, if he's hurt, that's the end of.
Well, he was looking at his arm. I was paralyzed for a solid hour. I just like put my hood on, like buried myself in a blanket. I couldn't move. If Garrett Cole's hurt and it's like a significant arm injury, you can kiss 2021 and 2022 goodbye because we don't have another fucking ace. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Who else is gonna take those starts? If Garrett Cole gets hurt, who starts opening day of 2022?
Who starts a wild card game if he's hurt? If we even make the wild card.
Nobody. You forfeit.
Taillon goes down too. So
Taillon's down too. You know, you know what's crazy to me? Like, I know I just mentioned like this is pretty much the same thing 2 seconds ago, but last week we were having conversations if we could win the AL East, and now we're talking about how we can barely make the playoffs within less than a week, and that is just the entire season in a nutshell. It's winning the division or making the playoffs or in the same conversation within the matter of a week.
I was just waiting for the notification that Cole was going down with elbow tightness, dude. It was perfect. That would have been the perfect time to do it. I knew it. I thought for sure that he was done. Like, oh, speaking of which, by the way, way off topic. Do you see Zach Britton's done for like 2 years?
That's pretty on topic. I mean, Zach Britton is out until at least the end of 2022.
Honestly, like, I hope he comes back and is an amazing pitcher. I don't like to see anybody get hurt, but I hope to God that he is an amazing pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates and not the New York Yankees.
Yeah, I don't see him pitching for us at all. The other crazy thing that I saw this week was out of the 137 games that we've played this year, we've used 126 different lineups.
I mean, if we're talking crazy things, I don't even consider that crazy.
You don't think that's crazy?
I know. It's crazy, but I'm not shocked. It's not crazy to me because I've seen them fucking use a new lineup literally every single fucking day.
It proves it that we've used a lineup pretty much every day, which I don't think that's motherfucker.
What the fuck is that noise?
That's New York for you, people.
Somebody buzz your apartment, or do you have like a 1998 home phone?
No, somebody was just buzzing the apartment. So, I mean, this team fucking sucks. I mean, here's the thing, too. The most annoying part about this is that right after this, the way this season's been going, we could totally get hot and they can just, like, rope us back in. But this time, it might be too late. That's the difference here. Like, there's not an extra month of the season if this trend continues, and we're losing directly to the team that's trying to make the playoffs. And there's no slouches in terms of teams that are right behind us. Like, how far back are the Athletics? I haven't even taken a look at this wild card.
The Athletics like
3
games back, but if the Blue Jays win this game, they're a half game back.
Okay, so that's my point being. This is obvious. I'm saying obvious things. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Like, just win fucking baseball games. Don't get swept by the team that's right below you. That seems pretty easy to do. Easy to say, hard to do.
And fucking play the guys that are hitting and construct a lineup that you're going to stick with, and not change the lineup every fucking day and sit guys who actually.
I don't even think it's the lineup at this point. At this point, nobody can fucking hit. So it's not.
How about this one? Don't lose 2 of 3 to the worst team in the history of baseball. I don't know.
Yeah,
that seems like a good start.
Who had a record losing streak?
Don't almost have a series split against that team for the entire season.
Excuse you, Damon. Back-to-back almost record losing streaks.
Yeah,
exactly.
They mixed a win in between 2 horrible losing streaks.
If
Which
we don't
kind of we're doing the same.
You have the Mets, Twins, Orioles, Indians, Texas Rangers. If you don't win all but 2 of those games or 3 of those games,
dude, we said that last episode. We were like, we're gonna go 27-2 or whatever. We were saying, like, it's gonna be so easy. And then here we are.
Oh God, dude, fuck this team, man.
6 game losing streak.
They don't even. Why are you stopping everything that you were doing that was making you win? You stopped stealing bases. You stopped doing everything.
Everyone, the good players are playing. All like the people we pay a lot of money are playing again.
Honestly, I'm about ready to have the fucking conversation that maybe this team isn't constructed well with all these superstars. I know it's not constructed well. Hold on. I'm saying maybe it's not a good thing to have all of our fucking superstars in the lineup, because this is 3 years in a row that we've played better with replacement players. Maybe having that jolt of energy of guys that A, give a fuck, and B, play the game the right way actually helps.
I'm telling you,
I don't know.
If we lose tonight and then we lose, let's just say tomorrow as well, I'm bringing Greg Allen back up. I'm playing Tyler Wade every single day. I'm playing Velasquez every single day.
Here's the thing.
Odor's gonna play.
While I agree with the idea there, and that's the team that's been winning, and it's starting to become not a coincidence that the replacements.
I don't think it's coincidence.
I'm saying it's starting to become not a coincidence that every year the replacements start winning and the guys that we pay a lot of money to just don't. And I get all that. You can't do that. I don't care what you do. Like that's something you do at the end of this season. Like the way I see it, from here on out, you have to ride with these starters that you paid a lot of money to, that you traded for, 2 of them being the ones that are struggling as well, that you just traded for, 1 of them being a rental, so you only have a little bit of time left with him. So you have to play all of these guys. You have to, no matter what their struggle or anything like that. You're not going to start Velasquez and Wade and faster guys over them just because we know, like, and for maybe potentially good reason. But that's something that you're already giving up on them, and you're already like blowing up the team. You can't possibly think you have a good chance of winning a playoff game with those players in, regardless of how good they've done in the past, albeit for 3 years. That's something you do if you just have these starters that we paid a lot of money for go for the rest of the season. If it doesn't work and you miss the playoffs, you blow it up after. But that you don't do that now.
Yeah, I agree. I think that if you miss the playoffs right here, if you miss the playoffs this season after where you were a week ago, you have one option, and that is you blow the whole fucking thing up. You don't come out here. You're not one tweak away. You're not one piece away. You blow up the whole goddamn team, because this would mark, I don't know what, 12 fucking years in a row without a World Series appearance. That's not New York Yankees standard. B or 2, whatever the fuck I was doing, letters or numbers, I don't know. This same core has had the same fucking issues for 5 years. Fucking blow it up. If you don't make the playoffs, blow it up. And honestly, if you do make the playoffs, still blow it up, because they're not going to win dick in the playoffs. You're not going to beat the Astros. You're not going to beat the Rays. Get the fuck out of here.
The Rays are so good. The Rays are
You're not going to beat
scary.
the fucking Rays. The Rays are going to just absolutely dismantle. They're going to fucking ravage the Yankees. If we play the Rays in a 7-game series, 1, I'll be surprised that we made it to the ALCS. And 2, I mean, we're going to lose 4 games to nothing. They're just going to absolutely dick slap us.
But we can go on a 13-game win streak just like that, so...
That's what I was about to say.
I don't know. Like, this team, this team gives me such a fucking anxiety, because they are good on paper and everybody knows it. Up and down the lineup, they're great on paper. You get, is Sevy coming back? What's the deal with Kluber? Like, we're getting them for the playoffs. On paper, we're awesome. And we did just recently win 13 in a row. So when it comes to the playoffs, if we have a spot in it, we totally could beat teams like that, because we have. Like, we won 5 games to 1 in these season series against the White Sox, another great team. We had actually pretty good overall record against the Rays this year as opposed to last year and years prior, and we got 3 more games against them. Not that the division is up for grabs at all. That's way out of reach, but that's why I believe that? Not a little bit. Could it happen? 100% absolutely, because it has been happening all fucking year, and that's the reason why I still care. And that's the reason why I'm going to have my heart broken out. Here's
the best case scenario for the rest of the season. It's we try and win as many games as we can the rest of the year.
Wait, hold on.
And like skip
Run that
by
first
by
part by me.
What?
Run that first part by me. Try and win as many games as we can.
No, I meant to like
thanks, Captain
like
Obvious.
Try and like scramble together as many like wins as we can to just make the wild card game. And
what do you think they're trying to fucking do?
Can you let me finish?
I mean, that's a poor way to start.
No, I'm not saying we need to go on like a 13.
It's a pretty bad hook.
We don't need to go on a 13 game winning streak. Is what I'm trying to say.
What are you saying?
Let me finish. I'm trying to say is that we don't need to go on like a 26 game winning streak.
Hear me out. Win games.
We just need to just make it good enough to make the playoffs and then get hot for October, because we've been so streaky.
You know, honestly,
we've been on and off. We need to just be good enough and then get hot. That's all I'm trying to say.
That kind of sparked me. I think.
That's not fucking. Oh my God, that's not obvious.
That's
I think
not
in 22.
obvious.
No,
obviously
I think
we need to win games, but
what
I'm trying to say is that like, because we've been so streaky, mathematically this should be our month where we get hot is in October, mathematically and based on the trend. So we just need to continue the trend.
I don't know. You kind of sparked some thinking in my mind too. I'm thinking, even if this season doesn't work out, maybe 2022 we come out and we try and win some games.
Fuck you.
I think that should probably be
you.
our strategy going forward.
He's not a Hall of Famer, but
Well,
they
here's the
can
thing.
win some games.
I
in
mean,
2022.
clearly it's not that easy if we've on a
Well,
6-game losing streak now.
We fucking suck. I fucking hate the Yankees.
All right, let's get into rounding third before I have an aneurysm. This team sucks. We don't deserve a playoff berth from James York. I agree. Moving on to the next one. Fire Cashman and blow it up. Agreed if we miss the
Just
playoffs.
said that. Blow it all up.
Definitely should I don't want to see the same shit happen over and over again. What's the definition of insanity, Damon?
Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Thank you. Moving on to Brett Gardner is the only guy that actually cares. I disagree with that. I think they all care. I think they just suck.
They're just terrible.
I don't think they all care.
I do.
I really,
I think they
really
care,
don't.
but it's just.
I don't think
they're
Gary
not good.
Sanchez cares.
That
don't.
was
can't
like
say they
that
don't
was such
care.
a low hanging fruit. Everybody says Gary doesn't care just because he has like resting bitch
He
face.
just
I
doesn't,
feel like
he doesn't show emotion.
I disagree with that
Meh.
that entire premise. I'm gonna sell that one. The Yankees will miss the postseason, quite possibly, for sure.
67% chance.
Is that a hot take?
The Mets are better than the Yankees. Disagree. Have you seen them?
Mets are fucking terrible.
This
At
one.
least,
This
at
one
least our
says
players aren't booing us.
that's true.
a-
So we're the better team in New York right now, and at least we have the potential to go on a win streak. They just don't. So we have that upside.
What are the odds that Brooklyn or the Dodgers come back to Brooklyn? Maybe we can all find a new team, and
That'd be
Get a
sick.
That'd be really cool.
that would be cool.
Next, Dylan Plays Games is his name. Said Luis Gil greater than signed Rizzo. I don't know how you can compare those two. One, I guess Rizzo has pitched before, so maybe if you compare the two in that department, maybe. But for the
No, I've
sake of
said it
argument,
before.
I'm gonna say no. I don't
No,
think
I
he's
would
better than
take
Rizzo.
I would take Rizzo over Heaney
How are we comparing a pitcher to a
because
first baseman?
Rizzo struck out Freddie Freeman.
Oh, we're talking about Rizzo pitching.
Yeah, I would take Rizzo pitching over Andrew Heaney.
I didn't know how we were comparing the first baseman.
Did you
Rizzo
tweet that the
to-
other day? That was
to
really
Luis Gil.
confusing.
No, he said it in the podcast.
No, I said in the podcast.
I thought you tweeted
But-
that.
I mean, it was part of the clip that was part of a tweet. But I would take Rizzo over Heaney. I would take a pitching machine over Heaney.
Yeah, I agree.
Basically the same thing.
I'll
a
buy
pitching
that.
machine that throws 95 down the dick every pitch.
He doesn't even throw 95. It's literally like 92. He is the perfect home run pitcher. If nothing else, once he fails out of New York, he could be hired as a full-time home run derby pitcher. So you know what? Good for you, Andrew. You have a job. Fucking douche.
Cody
so
Cody
funny, dude.
Baseball says Gio Voigt Glaber gone by the offseason unless we make the playoffs.
Gio Voigt and Glaber.
I don't know.
No.
I'm not gonna get into the unpacking like who's gone specifically until the fat lady sings. We actually missed the playoffs. It's very impossible to guess what this team's gonna do because we have no fucking idea. They could win tonight and we'll be back on top of the world. Not that we flip flop back and forth, but and also I just like to point out that we have at times I have felt like we have flip flopped. But I mean, what I read at the top of the show is all of the reason that we need to back up our case for being a little bit of a flip flop because they literally look like the best team on the planet 1 month, and then the next month they are the worst team on the planet. So I don't know. I'm not gonna get into who we're gonna get rid of until it is in fact that time. We could win the World Series, and then what? Now we're talking
Well,
extensions.
the whole point is
So-
to buy or sell. The whole point is to buy or sell it. So I will possibly buy it. I could see it.
I think
I could-
one of them-
Another
I think
one
at
said
least
on the
one.
same note said Glaber Torres is not on the team come April 2022.
I wouldn't be shocked if that happened at all.
I
Me
would.
either.
I
You
wouldn't
guys
be
want to know
shocked.
something funny? In the last 10, we're 2-8, and the Baltimore Orioles are 5-5.
Shut up. I don't want to hear that. It's nonsense.
Why did you put so much emphasis on the T?
Shut up.
I don't want to hear that.
This is blasphemy.
In other news, specifically with the team that's better than us in the division, they called up this kid.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. But they called up all of them apparently because the Orioles are 5-5 in the last 10. But the Rays called up another Lau or Lowe. Remember they had like Nate Lowe and Brandon Lau for the longest time.
Isn't Nate Lowe a actor?
He's on. That's Rob Lowe.
No,
Oh,
Robbo's
no.
the actor.
That's Rob Lowe. Yeah, that's what he said.
They have
Oh.
Brandon Lau.
Brandon Lau and Nate Lowe, unless they had a different Lowe. It was a Lowe and a Lau, on the team. I think Nate Lowe is on
No,
the
you're right.
Rangers
Nate Lowe
now.
is the first
Is he
baseman.
now on the Rangers? He was. Yeah, okay. So he was on the Rays 2 years ago. And now they have another Lowe outfielder, Josh Lowe, one of the best prospects in Tampa Bay Rays organization. He's 23, left-handed hitter, slashing 282, 369, 540 with 21 home runs, 24 of 24 on stealing bases. So sick.
Can't
We
wait
can
to
use
see
a guy
that
like
in the
that who
playoffs.
steals bases and bats lefty. That'd be fun.
We had, though. You want to know the funny thing is, we have them, and then we benched them once they were doing well. So
All right. That is it from me, unless you guys have anything else that you want to talk about. A longer episode, hopefully, with more fun in it, coming to you guys for the Tuesday episode.
It's just been the same thing for literally the last week. It's
Yeah.
just been
The last-
disgraceful baseball for the last week. I mean, there's been no extra base hits in the last 20 whatever innings. It's fucking terrible. So there's not enough to even talk about because it's been the same disappointment the entire week.
Yeah. So we just thought we'd check in with you guys and let you guys know how we're feeling, the state of the Yankees right now. We got football to watch, so
Well,
Chandler,
hold
any
on,
closing
real quick.
remarks?
yes, from the last time our last episode that came out, we have one extra base hit between that and now.
Exactly my point. Thank you for backing me up.
You're welcome.
Fucking ridiculous.
I could get an extra base hit in that amount of time.
I
No,
mean,
you can't.
If I'm facing
If
Andrew
Andrew-
Heaney, I could.
I was gonna say if Heaney's pitching, you'd probably be like 6 for 10 with 4 bombs. But
Give me a week to practice and I'll be there.
if Andrew Heaney's throwing, I don't even need practice. I legitimately think if you gave me 10 at bats against Heaney, I would get a hit. 40%. I'd be 4 out of 10 with 2 home runs. I haven't swung a bat since I was 17 or 18.
One quick question before we go. If everything were to go south and let's say Cole is really actually hurt and misses the playoff start.
He's not. He's
assuming we
starting
make
on
the playoffs.
Tuesday.
Okay, fine. But like I had this question written down when we thought the season was over with those two. If we still make the playoffs, Taillon and Cole are hurt. Is Nestor actually starting that game, or is it Monty or Kluber?
Monty. I mean, it's Monty. But
I think it's Monty. Has to be.
Okay. Just saying. People.
no, I agree.
People are.
I will
wondering.
say this though: if Loaiza gets hurt, I think Clay Holmes has got to be your guy.
He's been good.
No, he's been exceptional, Damon.
And
He's been
Chad Green
exceptional.
stinks.
Chad Green can go fuck himself. I'm over that.
All right. Peace.